Yo, how's it going, peasants? My name is JB, and I am back here today with my week 11 battle in the IBL. This week we are taking on my boy Dorian, aka Lieutenant Gold, aka the coach of the Victory Road Victinis. Now you can see this is a shorter video, and we're not looking at Showdown, and that's because this game was completely and totally irrelevant to the standings, and I will explain why. And that's why we're looking at the standings here. So you can see the differentials are relevant. This is our differentials after week 11, but going into week 11, these were the records in the conference. We had three teams tied at 7-3, and the fourth team that made the playoffs at 5-5. Now, all four of these teams were confirmed in playoffs. There was no changing that. All four of these teams were locked, and even more ironically, we all played each other in some combination here in week 11. So basically, team 1 played team 3, and team 2 played team 4. I was team 2 in this scenario, and so that means Dorian is team 4. Team 1 is Brendan, and team 3 is Matt O'Shea, who took over Wamar's team. So that'll come into play, whose team it was here in a second. So I basically just want to run down the scenario for this game for you guys, and I just want to basically explain myself that my stance on why head-to-head should always be taken into account before differential. So going into this game, I was the 2 seed. I couldn't really do much to move up to the 1 seed if Brendan won, which, spoiler alert, he did. I am going to spoil the outcomes of these two games. Well, obviously you're gonna watch my game, but Brendan and Matt played. Brendan won. So the scenario there was they played before us, but they were gonna play after us regardless. So basically, no matter what the outcome of Dorian and I's game was, whatever scenario Matt wanted, he could basically manipulate to get, regardless of the outcome of mine and Dorian's game. And it just so happened that it was entirely differential based, because we could just go ahead and do this. So no, we won't do it yet. But basically, yeah, Matt had all the power, and this is absolutely no shade at all, absolutely none at all. I love Matt, he's a great guy, one of my favorite people in the community. This is no shade at all, don't take this that way at all. I'm just explaining the scenario. He got the position he wanted, he took advantage of the rules. There's no salt, no shade, absolutely none of that, absolutely nothing. I love Matt, but he had the power to control the situation however he wanted to, and he wanted to face me in the playoffs, I assume, because he ended up losing to Brendan, and whether or not he threw or not, that it's irrelevant. He got the scenario was laid out, and basically he lost the game to Brendan. Therefore, if I wanted the better matchup in playoffs, which personally I feel like I have a much better matchup against Dorian than I do Matt, because Matt is my fucking draft league kryptonite. I've never beat the dude. I can beat Dorian. I've played Dorian a million times, but I played Dorian week 11. So if I wanted to have the matchup with Dorian in playoffs, I had to stomp Dorian in week 11. I had to win at least 5-0. You can see it ended up being 6-0 because, well, you'll see why. But it ended up being a differential of 6. But I would have had to at least 5-0 Dorian in week 11, and then play a rematch, having had already brought my best team versus Dorian. So I would have been at a disadvantage in the rematch, which I would have, had to show my hat in, beforehand. So there was really nothing I could do to get the quote unquote better matchup. So Dorian and I were just like, fuck it. You want kill leaders? And I was like, yeah, we'll just take kill leaders. And that's what this game ended up being. But the reason why I'm a little bit perturbed about this is, if you will go back and watch my games this season, I beat Brendan, and I beat Matt O'Shea's roster when Wamar had the team. So head-to-head wise, I should have been the 1 seed. Like, this is just a personal preference sort of thing. Like, I don't care what you did against everyone else in the league. I beat you. I should be ahead of you in the standings. If we have the same record, if we're tied, I should be ahead of you. That's how I see it personally, and I just wanted to lay out the scenario for you guys again. No shade, nothing at all. I'm just explaining the scenario, just going through why, Dorian and I basically didn't give a fuck about this game, is because, well, there was nothing we could do to, enjoy it. Like, there was no point in us going all out, because if we went all out, then I don't know, man, it would have just been a game for nothing. We would have sweated and try-harded for no real reason. So hopefully Dorian and I can play a real game in the semifinals. We'll see though. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy Dorian and I trading kills. Yeah, this video sucks, and well, it's the hand we were dealt, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.